Hey folks, Brendan here from Bluelight. Now, if you are a serving police officer and you are considering promotion, then stick around folks, because I'm going to reveal to you the 6 toughest questions that you're likely to get on your promotion board. Now, I've been doing this now for 27 years, been helping to support people in the promotion process, specialist interviews for that time, mostly in Greater Manchester Police, but over the past few years I've opened up the doors to officers from all over the country, actually all over the United Kingdom and beyond. Over 400 serving police officers in the in-force advancement group, and every week we practice the interview questions that you're likely to get on your board. We practice the presentations, we practice for the challenges ahead, and we've got awesome success. Just check the Trustpilot reviews below. About 95% of everyone who's joined that group has passed their promotion board, and I'm so proud of everyone who's taken part and the results that they're getting. How do they get those results? Well, we practice these sort of questions. So pin your ears back, folks. I'm going to give you 6 of the toughest questions I've heard over the past several months that are actually happening now in promotion boards, coming soon to you, very soon. Now, these questions may get flowered up so they're a little bit longer, but I'm just going to give you the shortest version. The first one: how in the future as a leader will you enable a culture that delivers performance? Wow, what a question. I mean, every chief officer wants performance, but the questions that we've been asking in the Enforce Advancement group, and check the links below to that group, what do we actually mean by performance? Because that's a really challenging one, isn't it? We're beyond stats now. We're beyond a 10% reduction in something or a 10% increase in something. We're in the world of complexity. So what do we actually mean by performance? And how are we going to deliver it? Answers that include words like I'm going to drive, I'm going to make, I'm going to check, I'm going to ensure, they don't work. Think about it, folks. How many times has that worked for you? How many times has it worked for you as a constable when sergeants and inspectors have tried to drive performance, have tried to make you do something, have checked what you're doing on a weekly basis, have given you performance targets? How many times, honestly, has that ever worked? It's never worked, and it never will. And so we look at approaches to deliver performance that are beyond that. And this is why people are succeeding in their interviews. Next one: how in the future as a leader are you going to enable a collaborative approach with other departments within the police or outside agencies? What a question that is. Why is that question being asked? Because think about it, there isn't a complex problem that involves individuals or families or locations that doesn't involve partner agencies. The police are just a small cog in a massive machine called a community safety partnership, and beyond when we start bringing in third-party sectors, the charitable sector, members of the community. So how are we going to ensure a collaborative approach? Well, what we look at in the weekly webinars is how you would enable your team to be less public servant and more of a citizen enabler. This isn't about doing things to communities. This isn't about what can we get other agencies to do for us. This isn't about what can we get citizens to do for the police. Neighbourhood watch, special constabulary, volunteers. No, this is about how we can enable citizens to be the best versions of themselves they can be. How we can work in collaboration with other organisations, share information, work collaboratively. Ensure we're asking the right questions of each other. Helping those other organisations before they need to ask for that help. Investing in their emotional bank account. Taking an appreciative approach, one that develops the assets within communities and the assets within your teams and other teams and other agencies. These are all the concepts that we look at on a weekly basis. Third question: how are you going to enable a culture of ownership on your team? So this is about enabling your officers to be the best versions of themselves they can be. This isn't about action planning them. This isn't about recognizing their development areas and ensuring that they've got a smart action plan. This is beyond that. This is taking a more appreciative approach, recognizing that individuals will always have areas that they're not so strong in, and we're never going to change them. This is about enabling people to build on their strengths, to focus on the things that they're really good at. Why would we develop people to try and focus on things that they're never going to be good at? The police seem to be obsessed with this. We need to action plan people. Well, this is our area of weakness. We need to action plan it. I had a whole career of that. I had so many senior officers trying to action plan me to be organised. They were never going to organise me until I had a chief inspector who recognised my chaotic approach to things. He nicknamed me Inspector Chaos because processes and systems, just not for me. But put me in any scenario that's incredibly complex, especially in my role as a neighbourhood inspector, in communities with really complex issues, I was happy as a pig in you know what. So he recognised that he needed to build on my strengths, and I was really appreciative of that, and I worked really hard for that individual. The ones that tried to action plan me, get me to do lists, get me to do processes and systems, square peg, round hole, it's never going to work. So we look at how we can enable a culture of ownership by focusing on the strengths of individuals. And there's a really good systematic way of doing that, and you're going to be amazed at how simple it is. It's just about asking 3 or 4 really simple questions, and you're gonna look at me and go, is it? Whoa, it's that simple, because you're going to try it out and it's going to work. Number 4, let's see. Oh yes, this is an interesting one. How will you as a leader enable a culture of inclusivity? Do you even know, or could you even explain the differences between diversity, equality and inclusivity? Do you passionately believe in having an inclusive police service and the benefits that brings? Can you passionately outline how you're going to do that as a leader in the future? These are questions that are being asked now. Excuse me. Similarly, questions like, and I've seen this question in 1 or 2 forces. I've certainly seen it in an overseas force where it's asked all the time. The Peel Regional Police in Canada asked this question on every one of their promotion boards, and it goes like this. What have you personally done to help promote and improve the diversity of this force? What have you personally done to help promote and provide diversity within this force? This is not about spending a day with the positive action coordinator. What we're looking at in the Enforced Advancement Group is how it's everyone's responsibility. And just a few really simple things that you can do as a leader to improve the diversity of the force. One of my clients who's in the Enforced Advancement Group, who I did some one-to-one coaching with recently, gave me feedback to say that his board on his fast track to inspector board were really excited about some of the things he was talking about. He described them as being on the edge of their seats. And all he was doing was talking about the things that we're discussing on a weekly basis on those webinars. It's really simple, really, really simple steps. And you're going to go, why haven't we been doing this already? Why have we been doing the same thing that we've always done? And why are we surprised we're getting the same results that we've always got? Last one. A lot of forces now have a plan and a page. Every force has a strategic plan. A lot of them now have drilled it down to a plan and a page. Quite simply, how will you as a leader deliver the plan on the page? Now, that could be a question that could be turned into a 10-minute presentation or 15-minute presentation. Indeed, in some forces, it is. We could turn that into an hour-long presentation. But what we've got to look at is how we play to our strengths and how we play to not the whole of the strategic plan for the force. How can you deliver all of that? How can you deliver everything on the plan and the page? But we take the things that you think you'll be able to influence the most as a leader in the future. Just 2 or 3 things, that's all. Just 2 or 3 things. We need to be innovative in our approach there to get the board on the edge of their seats. That's where they need to be. They need to be listening to you thinking, this is awesome. We can't afford not to promote this person. We need to have them giving you feedback to say, that was really interesting. That was so exciting listening to you. That was something different. And this is why we focus on an approach which looks at why, how, and what. Why is this particular part of the plan on the page important? What are you going to, how are you going to deliver on that? How are you going to deliver in the future? Specific things, not this shopping list of things that you're going to do. And what's it going to result in? Why is this so important? Well, it's important because as a sergeant or inspector, as a future leader, you've got the ideas. Don't think for one moment the chief constable's got a clue how to deliver on the strategic plan. All they do is set the strategic plan. They're expecting you to deliver it. So that's where we need to be for that question. I think it's a really tough question. I think they're all tough questions, but the thing is you can prepare for all of them. You can prepare for absolutely every one of those questions. Come and join us in the Enforce Advancement Group. It's just £69 for a lifetime membership. For that, you're going to get an online course. For that, you're going to get access to weekly practice webinars. For that, you're going to get almost 2 years worth of recordings of previous webinars. For that, you've got a 95% chance. Actually, you've got a 100% chance if you do the work. But 95% of the Enforce Advancement Group have succeeded so far. I like those odds. But the thing is, those odds don't happen by chance. We rehearse, we prepare. So on the day that we come of our board, we come across as prepared. We come across as authentic and emotional. We give detailed and structured answers. We completely get the board to be on the edge of their seats. That's where we want to be, folks, and that's what I want to help you do. So come and join me on those weekly webinars. If it's not for you, actually, I'm going to make this bold guarantee. If it's not for you and you think, actually, having watched some of the recordings, it's not for me, well, let me know within 24 hours and I'll give you a refund. You've got nothing to lose there, folks. Come and join me. I'll catch up with you soon. And if you've liked this video, then please do subscribe, press that like button, and you'll get more of these in the future. I'll catch up with you in one of the webinars, folks. Bye-bye for now.